Hey gang, John Bacarella here with your Lake St. Clair Fishing Report, brought to you by Sportsmen's Direct. It is Thursday and it is March 11th. It is not February because I've already said that twice trying to do this video, but it is actually March. So we are into March, and for the most part, most of the ice is gone off of the lake and in most of the canals, although there's still some ice hanging out in some of the canals and up on the north end, but for the most part, the main lake down, at least on the American side, is pretty ice-free. And guys are starting to try to put boats in the water. So no ramps are in up on the main lake yet, and as far as I can tell, up on the St. Clair River. But you might want to check with Joel Anderson up there at Anderson Pro Bait up in Port Huron. Maybe he'll have more current information as those docks go in up there. Same thing as far as any ice coming down. Now, I know guys are fishing up there because one of our employees, Logan Lackey, was up there just I think yesterday, and man, they just had a blast fishing, just jigging for walleyes, and they were catching brown trout and steelhead, and I don't know if he got any Lakers or not, but they got cohos. They even got a whitefish, and actually they were marking a ton of fish, and they think they were marking quite a few whitefish up there actually. And using those big baits like he was using, it's kind of tough to hook those whiteys. So if you guys are targeting those whitefish specifically, you might want to downsize quite a bit. He got lucky and got the whitefish on the stinger hook on that. I think they were using finesse minnows up there. But anyway, so it's that time of the year when those silverfish are just all over the river. I think one of the hot spots is up there by the Black, and they'll get them all the way up to the river mouth. So it's kind of a unique time of the year where you can catch Atlantics and Lakers and steelhead and cohos and whitefish and browns and walleye at the same time. So you don't know what you're going to hook up there at this time of the year. So it's kind of a really unique fishery. If you get a chance to do it, you should give it a try. And they do catch fish off the wall up there as well. So it's not just a boat angler's fishery. So you can go up, you can fish off, and you got miles of shoreline up there to explore. So on a nice day, it would be, make for a nice afternoon trip. So coming back down here, down more local, as I was predicting in the last fishing report, once that ice blows out, those perch are in, and those perch are in. Off the front there at Selfridge, the ice is all gone on the main lake now, and there are perch there. Same thing can be said for all the different piers and other shore access points like Blossom Heath and St. Clair Shores, the Black River, and anywhere else where you can hit that main where you can cast over the ice in the Metro Park here by the store. They are taking limits of perch all along through there and all the way out to the lake in that Black Creek. Doesn't mean in that first spot you stop you're going to catch a lot of fish, but if you move along enough and can cover some water and you find a good school of fish, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised with the quality and the numbers of fish that are in there right now. Now guys are drop shotting, they're throwing bobbers with like 6 mil tungstens and panfish assassins, and of course minnows and night crawlers too. So we've been selling a ton of night crawlers because it sounds like the night crawler bite's been pretty good, which is kind of surprising with the water as cold as it is still. But they're catching fish all through there. So pretty much any other shore access spots. Clinton River is another great spot off of that point, and in the boat launch area there. Last year, that was just an absolute hot spot in that right outside, inside that break wall out in front of the boat launch. And then all the way up into the Clinton River, you're going to find schools of perch up in there as well. So, and there's been some dandies that we were catching on the ice, so I know all those fish are in there now getting ready to spawn. So if you're after those panfish or after those perch, that's a great place to go. Now, the canals and marinas in the area, a lot of them are still got ice cover. That ice is really shaky. I know there's been some guys still going on it. I'm sure there'll be a couple of guys that are going to try to go on it. We got these cold nights coming in tomorrow night and Saturday night, supposed to go down into the 20s. But guys, I would not advise it. That ice is so skunked right now. It is just, it's all honeycomb top to the bottom. And even if you can walk on it first thing in the morning, once that sun comes up, and we're still supposed to have temperatures in the 40s at least, I believe, and that's going to be warm enough to soften it up enough that you could get yourself into a whole lot of trouble. So, I would hang up the ice fishing gear, bring out the long rods, and go after you know, all these perch and panfish that you're going to be able to get in the backwaters now. Same thing for the spillway. That spillway is producing perch and it is producing walleyes. And guys, remember on the 15th that spillway closes, and there's special regulations then for it, even for the guys that are perch fishing. So I'm not going to get into all the details on that, but you should look it up in your in the DNR fishing guide, and you know, figure out where the boundaries are and what you can use and what you're not supposed to use in that spillway area. So walleye jigging hasn't really gotten going down on the lower end yet. I mean, the water is crazy cold. I didn't look at the water temps, you know, but it's going to be like in the low 30s right now. Even with the warm weather that we've had, you might get some surface temps that are going to bump up into the low 40s, but you still got a ton of cold water, and it's all coming down from Lake Huron. So it's really not going to warm up much yet. Although I do believe there are some launches that are open down in the lower river. Wyandotte is open. I believe E-Course is closed and Bellinger is open, although you may still have some debris and a little bit of ice in those areas right now. But I believe you can launch in those areas for the guys that really got to get out for that early walleye bite on the Detroit River. Now it's going to get better. The big fish are not in there yet, and the numbers aren't there yet, but they will soon with the warmer weather we got ahead of us. It's just going to get better and better, and you know, it should be another great season. So that's the report I got for you guys right now. I know it's not a whole lot, but man, if you can get out there and take advantage of the shore fishing for perch, it's going to be really good, and it should stay really good here for a while. I'm expecting it to be just like it was last spring, where guys were taking limits off of the different shore spots. You know, again, panfish assassins, either drop shotting them or fishing them on those, like the tungsten jigs, like the 6 mils, fishing them under bobbers, regular perch rigs, you know, all that basic stuff, guys, and just get out there and take advantage of it, and while you can, because you know they're going to go out deep after the spawn, and then they get tough to find. So we'll see you at the shop this weekend. Have a good one, and again, stay off of that dang ice now. I think it's pretty much done, unless you go north. They still do have ice up in Cadillac and Mitchell and all points up to the north. It is Thursday, February, no it's not. It's March 11th. We'll try that again. I am caught in February. Hey, if you like this video content and you want to get updated as soon as the next video is out there, hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon, and you'll get notified as soon as the next video is up.